What is up? This is Leon from Sofia, Bulgaria. I rented a car, ready for a road trip. Got a coffee here, cappuccino. Installed the USB for my phone, installed the audio. Gonna listen to some Uncle Joey's Joint. Joint, not like joint, but like a joint venture, let's say, so he meets several people. That's what I'm gonna listen to. Great podcast of Joey Diaz. And I'm going to travel to Blagoevgrad right now, where I'll be spending some time on this Easter day. Good evening, what is up? I'm here in Blagoevgrad, which is south of Sofia, 105 kilometers. And I have my room here in the city hotel. And it's dark already. Well, the room has everything. It's been on the outskirts, so it has air conditioning, TV. It has a fridge. It's fairly new. Too bad I don't have a double bed, but this will do as well for 2 nights. I have slippers, so they thought of pretty much everything. Extra pillows. Got a shower, dental kits, everything. So yeah, I forgot to bring my soap. It's a good point. And here's me growing my beard a little to 9 millimeters. I think it looks alright. I will go into the city, go to wine bar, enjoy myself a bit. And this is the beginning of my improvised trip. Getting some messages on the grinder, I guess. Yes. So yeah, check it out. We'll see what's going on in Blagoevgrad. So I'm here in Blagoevgrad, which is a province in southern Bulgaria. The whole southwest of Bulgaria is basically Blagoevgrad, and up there you have Kustandil and Pernik. At the east you have what province is east of Blagoevgrad? I'm honestly not quite sure. Not Pazardzhik, but either way, whatever. Perhaps just, yeah, I don't know. Either way, Blagoevgrad is a good access point to the whole south of Bulgaria, or at least the whole southwest. It's the biggest province, if that's actually true as well. Sorry, I'm not completely up to date on it. But yeah, it's a student city, that's what I do know. And it's one of the most lively cities in Bulgaria, outside of Sofia. So it is not very, very big. It is smaller than obviously Sofia, Plovdiv, Varna and Burgas, even smaller than Pleven. And that doesn't mean that it's dead, because it's a student city and there's a pretty young population that comes here for the quality of life. The city arguably has some of the best quality of life in Bulgaria, with clean air, access to nature, proximity to Sofia, proximity to Greece, and a better microclimate than in Sofia as well. So there's nothing else you can demand, let's say. A lot of people come here to raise their families because they don't want to live in Sofia, let's say. As you can see right here, that it is a very crowded city right now. It's a holiday. It is Easter Sunday evening, and first day of Easter tomorrow, the 2nd. I'm going to find a place to have a drink, perhaps something to eat as well. So lovely evening right here in Blagoevgrad. Here at restaurant Acropolis, and this looks absolutely wonderful here in the old part of Blagoevgrad called Varosha. It's a Greek restaurant, as the name says. I have a Greek salad, I have lokanka, that is homemade, or at least yeah, homemade, let's say, domashna, and some Greek bread. So marvelous. And this is a very atmospherical place. I have some Bulgarian wine, nothing more to wish for. Cheers and na zdravie. Breakfast here in the city hotel in Blagoevgrad. The only one, it seems, even though it's Easter, and I expected it to be quite busy. It's apparently not the case. So, gonna enjoy my omelette. Cheers. So this morning I was in Blagoevgrad, and a colleague wrote me that she was also there. We had a coffee in the city center this morning, and right now I'm on my way to the Rila Monastery. Been there one time, but now I want to do some recording there because I've never really shown it in the vlog. And it's probably the highlight of Bulgaria, at least in the official guidebooks. So we'll take you there as well. I'll be having some lunch, to be on my way and chill out a bit on this trip. We're at the beginning of the Rila Mountains here. As you can see, there's a river rushing through and the actual higher tops are all the way up. It's quite colder up here, so wearing a vest is going warmer. Or some chicken soup, some burlinka, some bread and katofi sote. So yeah, having lunch and then moving on. Have the burlinka, have the soup and yeah, look at this beautiful green surroundings. It's quite, it's pretty quiet. It's a Monday. It is the second Easter holiday, but it is not really busy in the restaurant, as you can see. Plenty of space, so you can come enjoy a relaxed holiday here. I guess yesterday over the weekend was a lot busier, but right now it's cool. Was not expecting to get like half a kilogram of potatoes with my lunch, but either way, it looks quite good and fresh. And I don't know, this is a lot of potatoes, like one portion, but either way, Bulgarian portions are always big and you should not complain about that. So cheers. Alright, so these are the Rila Mountains here. So I'm at a monastery, the famous Rila Monastery. If anybody has ever seen a travel guide to Bulgaria or has been here, they would say, yeah, monastery is #1 highlight. Arguably it is. You know about me, if you see my videos, that I don't like crowds and I always avoid them. I go more to places where nobody else goes. That's what I like. But as is always the case, people are not stupid. At least in the sense that when a place is very popular, it's probably for a reason. And yes, the Rila Monastery is very special. It's an incredibly big complex in a very cool location right in the mountains. So I had to go take you there on the vlog as well. Had to do it. And here we are, right at the gates. It's like when I see crowds, I just want to rush through and get it over with. But now I have a week to time. That means that I want to take it slow. And so here's exactly what I don't like, that things become tacky and too crowded. That you are among people in trekking suits and you know, it's just like you're in the city. That's what I don't like when I travel. So try to avoid these places at any cost. But you get my point. I'm going to show you the monastery. And if you're in Bulgaria, at least for an extended period of time, you should at least see it once. It's definitely a remarkable place. It is famous for its beautiful murals and let's say paintings. It has two entrances. This is the back entrance. At the front it's very crowded as well. And it is obviously this crowded because it is Easter, Orthodox Easter, the second day of it. Here we are. Oh yeah, by the way, inside the church yourself you cannot film and they're very strict about it, so sorry about that. It's not gonna happen. You see the river rushing through. Very cool as well. Alright, so let's go inside. I did take a picture inside the church once. I do have one. And it's really beautiful, but if I walk like this with my, tripod inside the church, they're gonna yell at me, so there's absolutely no way that you can catch a picture without them seeing it. So, this is the Rila Monastery, and as you can see, obviously, it is impressive, like it really is. I've been here 6 years ago. I was impressed by it back then, but right now again I see that yeah, it has some majesty, let's say. It's obviously the leading monastery in Bulgaria and probably the whole of the Balkans. Probably, I guess so. You can see it has it's a very big complex built around it. And it attracts a huge crowd. And these are all Bulgarians. We have no foreigners right now, basically. Because, well, you know, the situation with the corona doesn't really allow. But normally in summer, you get tons of foreigners as well. That's why right now is a pretty good place. Reasonably quiet place to visit. We have good weather, but we don't have the crowds of foreigners at least. So at least you can just basically get a unique experience. And what makes this place so unique is, as I said, the murals right there. I'll show you in a bit, because I can show you the sort of balcony, let's say, or what's underneath the columns, just not inside this church. And as you see up there, we have the actual Rila Mountains, which are a remarkable sight for me because I don't really go into high mountains on my own. I go to hills mostly in Bulgaria, and now when I see it I actually get a travel vibe, even though I live relatively close. Keep in mind this is just 150 kilometers from Sofia, so it's not all that far, as you can see. What's very interesting as well are these big stones. They've kept it totally unique, and I'm glad that they left it this way in its authentic state and didn't put some sort of concrete to make it more accessible, because you know, as many places in the world have shown, everything is done for the convenience of the tourist, and at least here in Bulgaria you get some sort of authenticity that is still left within the churches and the monasteries. Right, as you can see, I will not take you inside, maybe just from here. It's very beautiful, but I won't go in with the thing. But here's just as interesting. As you can see, these are the very well painted murals. And I remember when I was here 6 years ago, it's been a bit faded right now. They were actually redone freshly, and it was in even brighter colors. Right now it's slowly fading again. Let's say in 10 years it needs to be redone. But yeah, this is it. The Real monastery. Right, I'm going in just with the camera off.